Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States
the office of President of the United States
and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Donald Trump said immediately on assuming presidency that he believes in legal migration, believes that it helps build America, keep it at the cutting edge, and then he undercut that on day one itself with an order ending birthright citizenship. That means that anyone born in the US after February the 19th of this year will not be a US citizen unless either of the parents is either a US citizen or a green card holder. Thousands and thousands of H-1B visa holders will be affected, the majority of them Indians. About 3 in 4 H-1B visa holders are Indian. That order came on day one, and by day two, at least 2 major lawsuits had been filed against that order. One in Massachusetts by a group of 18 Democrat-led states, together with Washington, D.C. and San Francisco. The other in New Hampshire by a number of civil liberties groups. If that order were to prevail, it would be something like going to work in the Gulf, stay as long as you're allowed to, earn what you can, and then return. Never dream of settling, so that you could dip into the American dream, but never become a part of it.
The Birthright Citizenship executive order would mean, if it went into effect, that if both parents are H-1Bs and their child is born after February 19th, that child would not be an American citizen. The initial visa period is 3 years, and then you can get a renewal for another 3 years. And my understanding was that there was a law that allowed for even further extensions, perhaps a year or another 3 years on top of that. We have many people who are H-1Bs who are waiting in line for green cards. And if your H-1B expires and you don't have a green card, my understanding is that you do have to return.
Would the children continue to have rights to medical care and other social rights?
It would depend on the state that they're living in, but in many states, no, they would not be eligible for federal public benefits.
You know, we had an announcement from Trump yesterday that he would like to encourage legal migration because that brings in expertise that helps build the US economy. But would you say that intent has been undercut by this order?
Absolutely. I think if I were an H-1B, I would consider migrating or working in a country which would allow my children full rights. This is longstanding American law. This is why people come to the United States, because within one generation, you are an American. My parents are immigrants. I'm an immigrant. I was born in India, and I came at the age of 7. And, I fully embrace the fact that I'm an Indian American, but I am American too.
There are 2 lawsuits, I understand, 2 major lawsuits underway. There is one that has been filed in Massachusetts, and one, I think yours is New Hampshire. Could you tell me a little about your lawsuit and what the other seeks to do? Are they parallel lawsuits seeking the same ends?
I believe so. I don't have all the details about the Massachusetts lawsuit, but I think we're all challenging this order and on its constitutionality and trying to prevent the order from going into effect. Absolutely, I think that this could have a significant impact on whether engineers, doctors, software folks decide to settle in the United States. Every parent thinks about their child's future and whether their child will be able to integrate into the society that they're being born into. I think people aspire to come to the United States because they see it as a place, as a land of opportunity, as a land where their children can thrive, and where potentially they can settle down and establish roots. And unfortunately, under this administration and this president, I think people will be challenged to do that.